Today we are going to continue with this lesson where we stopped in the previous lesson. This will be lesson 8 and we are going to complete solving the blending model problem. So in this case, when we combined all the 4 graphs for the constraint, remember we are using the graphing method, we got 4 points. So let me move to the next slide so that it will be a bit clearer. Alright, so this is what we have. So we have point P1, P2, P3 and P4. So let's use a table to make it a bit clearer. So I'm going to take a pen, a white pen. Okay, so we have to set up a table and give names to these points so that we'll be able to solve it. All right, so let's call this points. Let me just call it P here. So this is P1, this is P2, this is P3, and this is P4, right? Good. So let's draw down. So do this. All right, so this is XY. So for P1, XY is 42 is for Y, 0 is for X. So XY is 0, 42. And for P4, which is here, we have 24, 24, 0. For P2, we have 6 and 21. 6, 21. And for P3, we have 18, 3. We have 18, 3. All right, so now we are going to calculate the value of our cost function at this point. So we have to calculate f of x and y at this point. Remember our cost function, let me just write it down. f of xy is equal to, let me see, 10x plus 4y, yeah, 10x plus 4y. So if you use x to be 0, for P1, you calculate for P1, what you will get will be, let's say, f of 0 and 42. And you calculate what is going to give us, it's going to give us 168, right? Yeah, it's going to give us 168. Calculate f of 6 and 21. It's going to give us 144. Maybe take a pen and a paper and then a calculator and also do this. That'll be fine. 18 and 3 is going to give us what? It's going to give us 192. And f of 24, 0 is going to give us simply 10 times x, that is 240. All right, so let's enter it here. 168, 144, 192, 240. So the solution or the minimum point is going to be the minimum 168, 144, 192, 240. So minimum point is at 621, 621, which is equivalent to 144. All right, so when we convert it into the, interpret it into the problem, remember we are talking about feed 1, feed 1, feeds 2. So here we have, for you to minimize the cost, you need to buy feed 1, 6 units of feed 1 and 21 units of feed 2 in the blending model, and that solves our problem. So this is the final solution to this problem. We found the minimum point, and that is really very good. Alright, so we now want to do something a little more tricky so that we can learn something new, and that will be a new problem called the production model. This is actually should be lesson 9, I think so. So it should be the production model, and this we are going to do in our next tutorial. I would like to thank you for viewing. Remember to click and subscribe if you've not done so, and we'll see you in the next lesson.